There was this one moment during that game against France when I think it was when you got the drop goal. It was like a release almost of emotion from your system. I mean, I could see you were almost trying to bury the frustration and get rid of it.
Yeah, I suppose I've done stuff on the pitch where you instantly regret it. But at times in the heat of a game, you can let it go. And yeah, I'd probably just showed the frustration that I built up inside over the few weeks and maybe the early part of the season. And it was just nice to be back and playing with the lads. And like I said, trying to make the team better. It's tough to sit and watch any game that you could potentially be involved with if you were fit, and that is the hardest thing about injury. You can put yourself in a pretty dark place. It was really tough to watch, a couple of games, Leinster doing well and then Ireland doing well. But all the time I felt I could have contributed to the team. Like the match fitness obviously will be probably a bigger issue this week with playing Wales. They publicly backed their fitness, so yeah, it's going to be a bigger challenge probably for me this week.
The last two matches they've played in, they've lost them, but they've lost them by just very, very narrow margins. That probably makes them even more dangerous.
Exactly. They had the England game pretty much won. They dominated England for large parts of the game. Maybe a couple of errors just cost them, and it does come down to that in international rugby. The smallest little thing can make a difference. And again, the Scotland game, they dominated for large periods, had a couple of tries disallowed. They'll be talking about that as well. They're not far away. I know they're wounded and they're a very proud nation and a very proud bunch of players, and they'll come out firing. So we need to match that. They've developed their game. I think that you can see now they're trying to offload the ball quite a bit. They're not sort of playing their standard pattern all the time where they go the same way and reel up the backs. They are changing it up. They're playing into the middle of the park off 10 quite a bit and splitting the field. So look, they've got different ways to play and they've got some really dangerous players. So like I said, we're going to have to be at our best, probably play our best game over the last couple of years, and we probably include New Zealand game in that. It's a big challenge for us. We need to prove that we can still back up big performances week after week. If we were to win the championship, we've got to beat France, Wales, England over consecutive weekends. But we want to win this game to beat Wales. And we've always had close games against them, and there's a bit of a rivalry there. So it's wanting to win this game for this game alone.
You'll be happy with your relationship with Conor Murray, but I know that if I was sitting in Cardiff, Rhys Webb would tell me that he's happy with the relationship he has with Dan Biggar as well. I mean, that battle between the four of you is kind of pretty pivotal in terms of the match.
Yeah, battle between halfbacks, but we rely on the 8 guys in front of us and the guys outside us. We're only as good as those guys, and myself and Conor have been very lucky with the forwards that we've played with the set piece that Simon organises. Like I said, we're only as good as the guys in front of us, and if we have bad games, we just blame them anyway. So that's the way it works here.
Each of the stadia that the Six Nations matches are staged in are kind of pretty unique. What's special to you about the Millennium Stadium? I don't know whether you're a roof open or a roof closed man.
How many times have I played? Once maybe with the roof closed, and yeah, first of all, it can get a little bit greasy. Maybe the ball might travel a little bit, and obviously the noise is a big factor. Hearing the guys either side of you, especially when they're on the rampage and they get their tails up, the crowd is incredible. It's by far the loudest crowd I think I've ever experienced. And I haven't played on a Friday night over there, but I'm sure people going to the pub a little bit earlier will make for an even more special atmosphere. And yeah, look, the guys are really excited by it, but we know the cauldron that we're going into and how tough it's going to be.